Here are 50 facts about Martin Luther King Jr. Full name: Martin Luther King Jr. was born Michael King Jr. Birth date: he was born on January 15th, 1929. Birthplace: King was born in Atlanta, Georgia. Parents: his father was a Baptist minister, and his mother was a school teacher. Education: he attended Morehouse College, where he earned a bachelor's degree in sociology. PhD: King received his PhD in systematic theology from Boston University in 1955. Marriage: he married Coretta Scott in 1953. Children: they had 4 children: Yolanda, Martin III, Dexter, and Bernice. Montgomery. Bus boycott: King became a prominent leader during the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955. Nonviolent protest: he advocated for nonviolent resistance inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC. King co-founded the SCLC in 1957. I Have a Dream: his famous speech was delivered during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963. Nobel Peace Prize: he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. Letter from Birmingham jail: this influential letter was written in response to criticisms of his activism. Civil Rights Act of 1964. King played a key role in the passage of this landmark legislation. Voting Rights Act of 1965. His advocacy helped secure voting rights for African Americans. Selma to Montgomery March: he led the march in 1965, highlighting voting rights issues. Assassination: King was assassinated on April 4, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. Legacy: his work significantly advanced the civil rights movement in the United States. National holiday: Martin Luther King Jr. Day is observed on the third Monday of January. Influence on other movements: his philosophy influenced other movements worldwide, including anti-colonial struggles. Public speaking: King was known for his powerful oratory skills and compelling speeches. Role in the 1963 March: the March on Washington was one of the largest rallies for human rights in U.S. history. Childhood: he was deeply influenced by the racial segregation he experienced growing up. First major protest: his first significant involvement in a protest was the Montgomery bus boycott. Personal challenges: King faced numerous threats and arrests during his activism. FBI surveillance: the FBI conducted extensive surveillance on him, fearing his influence. Religious background: King was deeply influenced by his Christian faith in his activism. Beyond Vietnam speech: he spoke out against the Vietnam War in 1967, linking it to poverty and racism. Where do we go from here? This book, published in 1967, outlines his vision for America. Influence on legislation: King's efforts were pivotal in the creation of various civil rights laws. Posthumous recognition: numerous streets, schools, and monuments are named after him. Children's legacy: his children continue to be active in social justice and civil rights issues. I've been to the mountaintop speech: this was his last speech, delivered the day before his assassination. Political activism: King worked with labor unions to advocate for economic justice. Humanitarian work: he supported various humanitarian causes, including poverty alleviation. Philosophical influences: he was influenced by thinkers such as Henry David Thoreau and Socrates. Early activism: he organized sit-ins and protests as a young man. The drum major instinct: this sermon emphasized the importance of service over personal glory. Impact on education: he advocated for educational equality and access for all. Famous quotes: one of his most famous quotes is, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Global influence: his work inspired civil rights movements around the world. King Center, the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change, is located in Atlanta. Presidential Medal of Freedom: he was posthumously awarded this honor. Racial equality: he fought tirelessly for racial equality and social justice. Civic engagement: King encouraged all citizens to participate in the democratic process. Crisis in the movement: he faced challenges in unifying various factions of the civil rights movement. Legacy of nonviolence. His commitment to nonviolence remains influential in contemporary activism. Cultural impact. His life and work have been depicted in numerous films, books, and documentaries. Remembered worldwide. King is celebrated internationally for his contributions to human rights.